things I've noticed is people are not using Google Classroom to support their own success. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you some tips for using Google Classroom. Special shout out to my coworker, Miss Mack, who allowed me to join one of her classrooms as a student so you can see what it looks like from the student point of view and not just from the teacher point of view. So I'm going to screen share and gone over to my Google Classroom. So when you go into Google Classroom, you will see all of your classes. So there's a few things that you can do. One is you can go to this little button up in the corner that says notifications, and then go to the settings, and you can change settings there for what you want to see. One of the other things you could do is, let's see, like they changed everything. We don't want the suite. So one of the other things you can do is utilize some of the kind of apps here. So instead of just going right into your class, you can click over on the left on these three little lines. Click. Everything's going to be really slow. Of course. Oh my goodness. I love when things don't. Waiting for notifications of Google. We don't want notifications. Okay, so let's see. Let me change a few things. I want to get rid of, I don't want any of those. I don't want settings. Okay. Perfect. Let's see. So, now it works. So over here, you'll see these three lines. You can click on them and this will give you a nice kind of rundown. So one of the things I really, really like is the calendar. So when you click on the calendar, you can see your week. At the left-hand side, there's a thing that says all classes. You can change it so you just see, say like AP World and like, oh, these are my assignments coming up. This is when they're due. You can skip ahead and see if there's anything coming up. You can go backwards, like, oh man, did I forget to turn something in? And they'll show you your past assignments. One of the features I love as a teacher is the to-do list, but you can use that as a student as well. So you can go to your to-do list and say, well, what do I have to do? What's past due? What have I done? And then it opens up and it loads and it'll again show all your classes slowly but surely. And you're like, oh my goodness, all these things are past due. And then you can go ahead and again, narrow it down. So you're like, well, let's see, what am I in? What do I need? Let's see, AP World. I'm a student there. What am I missing? Oh man, look at all this stuff that I'm missing. It's red. It's past due. I need to go ahead and do that. And then you can also go into your class. Thank you, Miss Mack. And a lot of you, when you go into this new layout, a lot of you have just been going through the stream because the old Google Classroom had the stream and you're like, oh, I'll just go through the stream. The stream sucks. I hate the new stream. It doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. All it does is post the most recent thing. What you need to do is go to classwork. So when you click on classwork, this will show you your assignments. This is where teachers can post materials, discussion questions, actual assignments. Miss Mack has her set up so the most recent is at the bottom. I move mine all to the top. So as soon as you come in, the thing at the top is going to be the most recent work. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You can also click on view your work right here at the top. And you click that and you'll be able to see what you've turned in, what's missing. Oh my goodness, I didn't do any of this work. What's coming up. You can see what's been returned with a grade, which is nothing for me because I didn't do any of Miss Mack's work. That's terrible of me. But I'll show you what I mean by move everything to the top. So say you're in my class, say you're in my AP World class. Again, the stream's terrible. I don't like it. You go to classwork. And right now the unit we're working on is period 4 state building. So this is where all the period 4 state building materials would be. And I can review those, and you'll be able to see all these different icons. So the internet's being a little slow right now. But you see this little clipboard, that's an assignment. If you see, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. This little rectangle with the one little rectangle on the side, that's a material. So this is like if I'm posting like some notes or supportive materials. I'll show you what I mean. So I could also post like a question, and then you would see a little question box, and that's where you would post a question. But these are ways that you can use Google Classroom to help aid your success. So I'm going to recap. If you are struggling to keep track of what you have going on, my first recommendation, avoid the stream. The stream is confusing. Go to classwork and look at the assignments there. The other thing you can do if you're like, there's just too much, I need to focus this in, go to your calendar for the week. This is good to do like the week before, because I'm going to post things as they come up ahead of time. So, by Wednesday, things will be posted for next week. So you can look like, oh, this is what I have to do. This is when things are due each day. So it's good to look at the current week and the week coming up. The other thing you can do is go to your to-do list to see what you have to do. It's, if things are missing, if they're past due, you can narrow it down by class again. So you can go to all classes. I'm going to just narrow into AP World and be like, what am I missing for AP World? These are all the things that have been assigned. If it's red, that means I haven't turned it in. So that's another way that you can kind of keep track of things. I like the to-do list as a teacher as well, because I can see like what I have to grade, what I've already graded. For students, it's really useful to kind of keep track of things that they haven't done. And then, of course, another way that you can track your work is, not that one, that's my class. Say, when you go to your class that you're a student in, and go to your classwork. Things are going to be really slow tonight. Sometime today, Spectrum. Oh, actually, I think this is Optimum Internet being really slow. Oh my goodness. I'm being really impatient. I shouldn't keep clicking because it's probably like all messed up. We're going to wait and be patient. But the other thing you can do is under classwork, you can click see all my work. And then you'll be able to see what is due and what's kind of owed still. I'm going to reload this page and see if that helps. It's prime time. There we go. Yay. So I was saying, view your work. You click that. And this will bring up all your work and you'll be able to see what you still owe, what you're missing. If all else fails, you need to go speak to your teacher and ask them, hey, what do I owe? But, you need to make sure that you're turning in assignments digitally, if they're done digitally. If they're not done digitally, then you should make sure you're handing in those paper copies, right? So that's being silly. I'm going to come back to YouTube. Let's see. I'm going to cancel the share. I'm back. So hopefully this is going to be helpful for you. Check out the extra credit assignment I put in Google Classroom to go with this video.